going, everybody? Hope you guys are having fun. Let me get over to the comments section. There we go. We are good to go. We are good to go, bro. All right, let's fade this out here and get into this next part here because you know what time it is? It's time to start the show. Are we ready? Are we ready? Here we go. Let's ride. Let's ride. Hoo-wee. Happy birthday, birthday boy. Jeremy's celebrating his 17th, 19th birthday again and again and again. Going to be a good show tonight. Jeremy going to be playing some music you haven't heard of, my friend. There'll be lots of stuff going on tonight, boy. Let's see. Hello, Mr. Pierce Fancy. Good evening, Kim. Congratulations, by the way. Heard you had a great time the other night. Whoa, there's Mr. Duck himself. Christopher Bowers is on from the 709, and we're going to see you a little later on, eh, my friend? We're going to see you in less than a month in Brampton. That's going to be a wild show. I got the whole lineup of what's coming on. Oh, they got the air conditioning turned on in here tonight, so it's not as hot. I think I lost 4 pounds last week. I know what you're thinking. I probably could lose about 4 pounds. Is that what you're thinking? Ha, 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 ha. Guys are funny. Guys are like really funny. Hello, Miss Matthews. See, you're in town. You're an hour away. You could have came and hung out with me, Nancy. How cool would that have been? You could have came and hung out with me tonight. Actually, my parents and I, we were thinking of going to, we were going to go to London yesterday. I completely forgot that you were there. I would have stopped in and said, hey, when are you going home, Nancy? How long you up for? Man, Jeremy, I am the same way. I got that between that and the dance from Randy Matthews was the only 2 songs that got blaring in the Jeep. Top is off. The soft top is on, and for the last couple of days it's been sunny, so I leave the top down. I don't put it up until there's signs of rain. If it's cold, I put a sweater on. But yeah, Hardtack and the dance, 2 songs I've been playing back to back. You got a winner, Pierce. Oh, jeez. Well, good evening, Newfoundlanders and those who wish to be. It is I, Dean Clark, again on a show called Jigs and Reels. It is the all Newfoundland radio show, playing nothing but Newfoundland music right here in Kitchener-Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. It is Monday, May the 15th, halfway through May already, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, what an absolute beautiful, beautiful weather we've got going on. 6:05 here on the dot. Hello, Sylvia. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Pierce. If you're wondering who I'm saying hi to, it's on the behind the scenes. You can follow it on the Facebook page, or you can go on YouTube, which was just uploaded, and you can follow me on there. Sylvia, of course, in Heart's Desire, Trinity Bay, where I'll be going on July 27th. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Doug Fry is on the other half. I'd never say better half of the Seat the Power clan. But Doug is online. We got a lot of great listeners. And tonight's show, yesterday was Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you all mothers here and far up above as well. I wonder what you guys did. Hopefully you guys had a great Mother's Day with your mom. Made a telephone call, visited, said a prayer. However you celebrated, we hope you enjoyed it. And it was peaceful to a certain degree. Happy Mother's Day to my mom. We had a chance to go to DQ yesterday, one of my favorite joints. It was absolutely a lot of fun. Hello, Selina Boland. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. See, I am in awe when artists come on the behind the scenes. Pierce Fancy is on. Okay. Dave Fitzpatrick is going to be on, but right now is Selina Boland. Selina Boland is an up-and-coming singer-songwriter. Absolutely gorgeous voice. Okay, I've listened to some of the other tracks. I have not listened to the new one tonight. And that kind of leads us into the New Music Monday. We have 7 artists on here tonight. 7. And they're all bangers. I got a guy from Bay Roberts who's 19. His debut release is going to be heard right here on Jigs and Reels. That's why I get so excited. I always get excited. Hello, Brendan Hewitt. Hello, Asita Power. So yesterday was Mother's Day. I got this message on the Jigs and Reels page from Don Eddy, and this touched my heart. Okay, I don't know how far the listening ship goes. I don't know. Okay, but this is what I do know. I got a request from Don Eddy, and it said, to all the mothers from the workers at Voisey Bay, could we have a nice Mother's Day song? Pick any one. From TSI. Appreciate it. TSI, the Torn Gate Services, who looks after all the site services at Voisey Bay for Vail up in Labrador. I got this guy listening and this whole crew. They listen every Monday night. So to Don and Eddie, and everybody else that's up there at the Torn Gate Services in Labrador, thank you all for listening in. And here is a song that I chose. Yes, we heard it probably a little while ago, but this is Dave Fitzpatrick's version of It's a Mother's Love is a Blessing. Let's start off tonight's show, shall we? Jigs and Reels, 98.5. CKWR. Yeah, there's a reason why I've got this shirt on. I get to interview one of my favorite artists coming up in about 15 minutes. All right, let's see. We're going to go that route next. And then we're going to play some Dino Reed next. Selina, how's the weather there in old St. John's in the town? You guys had some fun the other night, I heard. The other shirt's over here. I got to do a wardrobe change later. Johnny, I got to get off camera, come back and do a wardrobe change. Surprise a little bit, Mal. You do know that when I come home, it's going to be gorgeous for that week. So I hope you got some shorts, some sundresses, some suntan lotion, because it's going to be gorgeous in Newfoundland when I come home on July 27 when Dana and I walk off that plane. That's all I'm going to say. No rain. No rain. None. Not a thing. Hello, Sammy Wells. Oh, my allergies were killing my arse today. God, they were kicking me down. I know I always forget to do this, but anyways, those that are on the behind the scenes, it is not what you think. It is my Rain energy drink. Gets me through the hour and a half. It's not one of my favorite flavors. Orange dreamsicle, but it would taste great with vodka. Not that I ever tried that. Never. Not at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Talking foolish talk. Hello, Paul. Is Paul on? Paul's on? Paul, I don't see is on. Well, you know what? I might be able to play when the plane touches down in Deer Lake, but the plane is going to touch down in St. John's. One of these times I got to make my way up to Deer Lake and head that way. Dana and I talked about it, but I don't know about the drive. You know what I mean? Hello, Paul. Behaving my arse. I doubt it. How's the grass? You cutting it again today? You should get Johnny to come down and mow the lawn down there and do some trimming for you. Johnny's pretty good. Hello, Auntie Karen and Uncle Robert and Dildo. See, Selina and I were talking about this, and this is what goes on behind the scenes. And when I talked to Glenn the other day, last week, he was saying how awesome this actually is, doing the behind the scenes. Hello, Michelle. Why don't you come down to St. John's area? Dave, listen. How to start the show off with you, my friend. Actually, I don't know if you heard off the top, Dave. A crew from Voisey Bay asked for this song. Not Mother's Love is a Blessing. They listen to it every Monday night. I was pretty humbled. It was pretty cool. Wow, Andy Mabel is on. Look at this. It's a family affair tonight. Hello, Andy Mabel. You're listening with Uncle Gary and Jason. What the hell am I doing? Oh, I'm playing this one next. Shut it. I know what you guys are thinking every time I say that. I told you. This is the behind the scenes. This is how we roll around here. Oh, yeah. Why you coming after me? Why you always in my face? Last night. Okay, guess who this is? Guess who this is? How did you know where I was? But you can't. Who told you I was home? What do you want from me? You got me so confused. He is from Dildo, just in case you guys didn't know. Living in Quebec right now. It's true, true, true. I just want to spend one night with you. She said, hey, it's true, true, true. I just want. Dino Reed. Yeah, absolutely, Kim. See, Selina, even Kim Hamlin is on here. This is what makes this so cool. Like, I get so in awe at the artists. There he is. There's Mr. Ted. Are you whistling too while you're working? You got your energy drink behind you too, Ted? I'm so sad I got to miss the gym tonight. Oh, no, Dave. No, Dave. No, Dave. You better not have any. See? Ted, you and I are going to do a whistling duet. Dave, you're going to record us. Okay? I know. Isn't that right? Isn't that so cool, Lynn? Like, I was floored when I got the message. I had to read it twice. And did you actually? I had to actually even look it up because I was like, no, can't be. Jeremy, I know. See, and this is it. Like, I see the power, and this just floors me. And again, I can't see who else is on here. So I don't know who else. This is all that just chimes in. I would love to see everybody just to chime in and say, hi, I'm listening from. If you're on the behind the scenes, that would be so cool. Because again, I only see what the comments come up. I can't see who's logged in like it does on Facebook. Oh. It's true, true, true. I just want to spend one night with you. God, what a voice. Hello, Michael A. Hey, you better get some time off when I come home, eh? So I know your dad's not going to be home. So you and I got to catch up. And happy belated birthday, my friend. I hope you heard it last week. Norman's Cove. Jigs and Rails 98.5 CKWR. That is the proud Dildonian Dino Reed. And if you're curious as to that iceberg that went through, that had nothing to do with Dino. Okay? It wasn't nothing. It had nothing to do with Dino Reed and Dildo. Dave Fitzpatrick in there as well, and the mother stuff is a blessing. 6:15 here on Jigs and Rails. And as I said off at the top, I've got ourselves a fantastic show. Lynn just tuned in here from Norman's Cove with Pierce Fancy. Okay. So we're talking about the behind the scenes and everything like that. So over the weekend, I took the top off the Jeep. I'm now going topless. The Jeep was my midlife crisis. I've always wanted a Jeep since I was 19. So Dana said, why don't you just get one? So I think for my 49th birthday or just after that, I ended up getting one. So 30 years later, I ended up having my Jeep. I spend more money on the gosh darn repairs, but it is, just empty every pocket. It is a Jeep. But damn, do I ever look cool in it. It's a mall Jeep. I don't take it off-roading. So it's got some nice rims and everything like that, blah, 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 blah. But the top is down. But for the last little bit, all I've been listening to is Pierce Fancy, Hardtack, and a mug of black rum. I almost got all the whistling down to a pat. And then, of course, The Dance from Randy Matthews that you heard on here last week. Those two songs are on repeat, and I've got them cranked. Two 10-inch subs are in the back banging away. The sound is amazing, especially with the Pierce. Oh, my goodness. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. And Jeremy was saying that that's his new favorite song. Jeremy listening in from Cape Ray. Happy birthday to you, Jeremy. I'm giving you your own special shout out because Jeremy follows the show online and everything behind the scenes as well. He's always the first one on. So yeah, definitely. So what's coming up on tonight's show? Well, let me tell you this. You heard me talking about how much an amazing singer this person is. Of course, their music is high energy, passionate, and of course, with a lot of heart. That's just Newfoundland music in general. They are wrapping up their tour out west and being on the road for many months now. The new CD is in the works. And oh yeah, they'll be at the George Street Festival, July 29th. I will be there too. Talking about Derina Harvey of the Derina Harvey Band. Thus, those that can see in the behind the scenes, I am sporting the Derina Harvey Band t-shirt. I'll be talking to her in a few moments. Also, the announcement about the grand opening of Freezerland, Newfoundland, and who will be playing there. You think Newfoundland's got some amazing artists. My goodness. Ontario's got some too, and most of them are going to be at Freezerland, Newfoundland for the June 10th grand opening. Of course, New Music Monday. I cannot forget about our New Music Monday. Are you ready for this lineup? Are you ready for this lineup? Luke Cox, brand new music. Joe Cossar, The Mighty Ship, Cyril Engram, Jason Martin's new one with Eddie Eastman, and of course, Selina Boland, which I cannot wait to play. Brent Borland, A Full Rigged Ship. This is his solo track. And 19-year-old Josh Greenland of Bay Roberts. This song will be heard, like I said before, the first time on radio, and I am so pleased to play it. Thank you, Josh, for trusting me for playing your song on the show. So that is tonight's lineup. In about 10 minutes, I will be calling Derina, so let's continue on with some music, shall we? This is one of those ones from Lucas Snow. Song's called Hitchhiking. On Jigs and Reels 98.5 CKWR.
Hitchhiking, it brings me nowhere.
Yeah, the Jeep is expensive on freaking gas, so I tell you. Hello, Tara and Freezerland. So those that are on Freezerland, that's where I'll be on June the 10th. That's where you guys want to be if you're in Ontario. You can be in Thunder Bay. It's only an 11-hour drive to Brampton. We're good. Tara is one of the owners there, and we'll tell you all about it. But those actually, you know what? How about we do this? Tara? Those that are online, you get the first crack at who is going to be at Freezerland. I'm going to tell you right now of who's going to be at the Freezerland, Newfoundland. Are you ready? Performing on June the 10th, 709er, The Mighty Ship, as well as Luke Cox. Three amazing entertainers are going to be there performing live. Former Brampton Mayor Susan Fennell will be cutting the ribbon. There's going to be face painting. And there will also be an unofficial Newfoundland screech-in. Because we're not on Newfoundland soil, it cannot be official. But we're still going to do it. We're still going to do everything pertaining to a Newfoundland screech-in, including the screech. But it's not going to be official. If you want to make it official, head to George Street. Go down. Get in there. Walk along George Street. See what it's like. Walk in and get the official screech-in. But this gives you a taste of what Newfoundland is like. Good practice screech. Exactly, Tara. That's how we'll promote it. This is practice screech. You know what? Let's give Derina a call right now.
Hi there, this is Derina Harvey. I'm unable to take your phone call right now.
Oh. Nope. Oh, no. I'll try one more. Oh, look at this. Somebody's calling me. Hello, Jigs and Reels.
Hi there.
You got me. I'm like, holy jeez, I'm nervous now. It's went straight to voicemail. Uh-oh.
Sorry, buddy.
How are you?
I have no idea. I think I'm okay now. My phone is actually set up so that I don't have a lot of incoming phone calls unless they are already friends. So sometimes a call will go straight to voicemail, and I saw the call come in, and I was like, oh, I wanted to pick that up, and so I tried to call you back. So
of course.
Will this work?
This is perfect. So I'm just going to lead it in with playing this song, and then I will come on the air and talk to you.
Right, nice shirt, by the way.
You like that, eh?
Yeah, looks good, buddy. We've been shopping at the same store.
I think so, but I think you get a better discount than I do. I got to do a wardrobe change because on Friday, my buddy and I, we went to see Poverty's Arse, Will Penny and Jason Howard. So we saw those guys in from Fine Crowd, right? So Will.
Yeah.
So we saw them playing. So I got a shirt. So after I do this in about a half an hour, I got to go do a wardrobe change. Take this one off, put the other one on.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't do it in front of the camera. I don't want to scare anybody. How's everything on the show? Doing well?
Oh, yeah. Everything was great.
You have how many left?
Oh, that's it. We're done.
You are now done. Okay, I wasn't sure if you had some left or not.
Yeah, no, it was 23 days, and we traveled for 31 days, but it was great.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. And I'd say, you know what? You guys kicked ass every single time.
Thank you. Really appreciate the kind words, my friend.
Oh, Derina, you know what? Paul's watching here online, and like I tell you, it was him that turned me on to you guys, and that was it. That was it ever since. That's it. Done.
Paul is a champion of music. He really is.
Oh, being an American, I'm not going to use that against him, but yeah, he is absolutely I got to get him up to do a co-host on the show. I think so.
He's very knowledgeable, and he knows what he likes. That's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm looking forward to hanging out with him at George Street when he comes down when I'm there. So that'll be I could be trouble though.
No.
I like the little pause for a moment.
Yeah. I'm just trying to consider, what?
Yeah, you think this body was made on salads? No way. No, this can handle some beers.
Yes, my darling. Get out fishing too and have a look at the whales and all the stuff.
Yeah. Well, because my aunt and uncle, they're sitting here on online as well, and my aunt Karen and Uncle Robert, they're in Dildo. So I plan on taking Dana out, and my uncle's in Heart's Desire. She'll be going out in the boat for absolutely sure. So yeah.
And that's such a beautiful area over around there.
I miss it. I miss home. I miss I think we talked about it last year. When I went home last year, was the first time in 24 years. And I swore after visiting Nan and Pop's grave, I would never, ever let it go that long again. And in fact, this year I'm going twice. It's,
perfect.
Yeah.
Nice. You're making up for some lost time there.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Let's get ready to chatter up.
Sure.
Jigs and Reels 98.5 CKWR, Derina Harvey Band, DHB, and a song called Grow. It is 6:25 here, and again, as we all know that are behind the scenes, I am wearing the Derina Harvey's T-shirt, and it's wonderful. I have not washed it, nor have I taken it off since the concert. Well, I took it off just, but it's my good luck charm. On the line, all the way from out west, not from out east, but out west, is Derina Harvey herself, one of my top favorite artists. I love you. You're amazing. Derina, from the very first time Paul introduced me to you, I got hooked. And everybody, I think, has done the same thing since hearing your music. You are a pillar of entertainment, musicology. Just you're it, Derina.
Well, my darling, yeah, I really appreciate the kind words. You're building me up so big here now, my darling. I feel like I'm going to just fall over, but I really appreciate the kindness, darling. We like to have a bit of fun on stage. We love sharing music, and we try to do our best on and off stage to make sure that we can put our best foot forward. And of course, yes, I have to thank Paul for introducing us to so many people. Paul Bump, of course, down in the States is I refer to him as a champion of music, as you are as well. And I just appreciate the opportunity to have a chat with you this evening and have a chat with your listeners if they have any questions, or if you have any questions for me.
Well, somebody did ask about the Grow video.
Okay.
Talk about, what was the question on here? Of course, it came from Paul. Talk about the Grow video.
Well, there's a couple of different things that go on with that. The Grow video, Grow, of course, is a big song. You just had her on there.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of speaks about the idea that we can navigate past the obstacles that we find in our path. There's a couple of different things I could talk to about that song itself and the video that goes along with it. The song itself was born out of an idea personally. For me, I sing a lot of party songs a lot, and
Yes.
I definitely used to sing more of them when I was writing this song. I worked a lot of my solo career with five-nighters at pubs, and so, a lot of party songs. And it got to the point where I needed to tell myself something different. I needed a little bit of a different message to hit my own heart. Because you're repeating these things over and over. And partying is great. It's fun.
Yeah.
It has its time. It has its place. But if that's the only thing you're doing, then maybe it was cause for an evaluation for me.
Right.
And so what I needed to do was look somewhere else for a little bit. And this is where this song came from. I was going through some hard times, and I needed to find a light to focus on. I needed to realize that I was capable of putting myself in a different position and being able to get through things. And I definitely leaned on my support systems, my family, my band, my friends, and some professionals as well. And, the song itself, it starts off talking about, in my opinion, it starts off with a little bit of self-care. I love to go out under a canopy of trees and breathe that in, that quiet, that stillness. I love to listen to the sound of the forest.
Sure.
That's where I get my calm. And so it's an invitation to come for a walk with me through that. And then I talk about how there's a moment where I see these boats on the beaches and they're peeling, their paint is peeling. And that is a reference to the moratorium in Newfoundland and Labrador when the fishery was closing down and people's livelihoods were changing so dramatically and so quickly. And how were we going to get through such a time? How are we going to make those big changes? I talk about how in my youth, being from Labrador, we would visit Newfoundland often.
Sure.
And we would go, and I would see these little boats all the time going out, and little boats coming back in. And then when I was 14, there was no more little boats on the water.
Yeah.
They were all on the beaches, and their paint was peeling. And I thought it was really sad because in my head, I had created a story where these boats were sea creatures.
Yeah.
And I thought that they belonged in the water. I thought if they stayed too long on the beaches, they were going to die there.
Yep.
So I know there's a through line there for the people who own those boats and the people who work on those boats. But the truth of it is, we were able to get past that time. We got through it together. We got through it by focusing on all of our talents, not just the one talent we had.
Yep.
Right? And so we as a people can get through something together. And we as individuals can also find strength in getting past these obstacles. And so that's what the song is about. Absolutely
beautiful. So,
and the video, of course, is a cartoon, which is kind of inspired by that late night CBC, that old Canada thing that used to come on, and that seagull that left Vancouver and then went up at a lighthouse somewhere on the East Coast in a matter of a minute.
But you know that when it went to
the that Canadiana thing, and if you look through it, there's woodland creatures, there's the East Coast kind of inspired coastline. I even put a water tower in there from Wabush. If there's anybody listening from Labrador City, Wabush
there's
area,
probably going to be a couple up there. I'm probably going to be chimed in here very shortly. Yes, there's some people up. In fact, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I had a crew from TSI up in Voisey Bay listening in tonight. They listen every single Monday night.
Well, hello, Voisey. How are you?
So again, the songwriting is absolutely amazing that you do. And of course, every song, just like every other Newfoundland song, is based on a true story. You talked about on stage, and this moved not only me, but my friend Johnny, who was sitting beside me, who's not a Newfoundlander, but raised in my home, so to speak, with my parents and stuff. And it moved him just as much, and it moved everybody in the audience. And the powerful voice for Northern Lights of Labrador and the story you told behind it. That was absolutely just awestruck. I had chills when you talked about it. You took the boots off, and everyone, you could hear a pin drop when you told your story. And I told the story last week or a couple of weeks ago, just after the concert. And of course, I played the song. And it still gave me the chills, because now I look at Northern Lights of Labrador in a different sense now from what you talked about it. You know, always heard it from Corey and Trina, heard it from everybody else. But then when you talked about how you miss home, how you miss, and you used to look out the window of the car, you know, driving all those times, you know, there's 10 minutes. But all those times that you drove and you took advantage and looked at the Northern Lights, and you never really appreciate it until you left, and then you sang about it, and it was so beautiful. It was so passionate, and like I said, it moved everybody in the audience. And Derina, you have that knack. There aren't too many bands that, and we talked about this. You sit there and you sing, and it's just like as if we're in the living room, and it's just you, and you're singing to us. But you're singing to them, and you're singing to them, and you sang to 200 people, but it felt like you were just singing to us. And that takes, there's something special about that. And of course, it turns into being special you, for sure, when it does that. So where did your stage presence come from? How did you learn that, or did it just automatically come to you?
Well, I'm going to compose myself now because I'm starting to cry. But, I'm not entirely sure, my darling, but I can tell you that from a very early age, music and all manner of art was very encouraged in my home. My mother, of course, is an artist. My sister sings and writes songs. She's also a bit of a sound engineer. She's also a digital graphic designer. And my dad, of course, singer-songwriter as well. And so, you know, there's an appreciation for it. And there was also an understanding that, you know, my parents write very honest songs about their interpretation of their own experiences growing up in Newfoundland and raising a family, living for 30 years in the north and on the big land, you know, in Labrador. And they had myself and my sister on stage from the time when we were tiny, right? So like when I was 5 years old, I'd be singing, and with quite professional backup behind us,
Of course.
Full country band and stuff like that behind us, with my dad playing along. And sometimes my mom would be on stage, sometimes she would be backstage, filling us full of Ciprocol and making sure our outfits were good, and then making sure that we were well practiced, and things like that.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, playing for telethons and festivals was an amazing experience as a young person. But also we played for a lot of choirs. We played for a lot of just intimate moments, in seniors' homes, things like that. So we would always play for the folks who lived in the hospital, especially over Christmas time. There'd be a couple of shows, and, Mother's Day, Father's Day, things like that, where we would be in a small room with a small number of people, and making sure that they felt that they were being entertained, that their requests were being heard, and that we would play the things they wanted to hear. And you can see how somebody lights up when that happens.
Yep.
You can see through storytelling that my dad is a wonderful person to introduce the song. He always has a knack of it, and I try to emulate that myself. That's where I learned that little bit. I take little bits from all performances that I've seen, from the Tragically Hip to Shannigan Up to whomever it is that I happen to be so blessed to be entertained by. I look at what they're doing and I go, that's amazing. How can I do something that brings that kind of energy? I try not to copy, but I want to see how to make somebody feel so included and to be entertained, because everybody goes to a show for a different reason. They want to enjoy it, of course, right? But maybe somebody needs a laugh. Somebody needs a wee tear. And maybe somebody needs to feel that room singing the same song together, like what happens with Northern Lights.
Exactly.
Don Fulford put words over a melody that's kind of a traditional kind of melody that you might find in a couple of other traditional type songs, that are much older, but those chord progressions, as we have just learned from Ed Sheeran, they're shareable. It's all good. So the but the lyrics of it were always beautiful. He captured the essence of living in the big land very well. And what I tried to do with it is I tried to bring it through my own experience and put my heart in it, because I can tell you that I am a half-decent guitar player, and I'm surrounded by, on my stage, I am surrounded by very talented, very practiced, very educated, very sought-after musicians, and they're very humble. They wouldn't say anything about themselves, like they're quiet about it. But myself, I'm there as the entertainer. I'm there as the heart. I am there as the emotion. That is my talent, I think, more so than anything else that I try to do. I want to do that. I want to connect with you.
And you do. So let's play another track here, because I'm sure this one's going to be played at the George Street Festival. We're going to talk about that right after this, because this one is another one that I'm going to be taking plenty of caffeine pills so I could do this. Stay up all night. Derina Harvey Band, Jigs and Reels, 98.5 CKWR. So I guess Paul just posted the Northern Lights from Fergus show. So it's you're gonna be bamboozled with that one, and it's gonna be running up on YouTube from his page for sure. So now you're taking some time off, and then you're heading home for any time before the George Street Festival, or are you just going straight there?
We've got a couple shows in Alberta, and then we've got some shows on the island. We're going to be, they're not advertised yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I'm able to speak about them, but there will be a couple of shows on the island.
Nice.
But then we are back to touring. We've got some stuff coming up in the States. I'll let you know, Paul. I'll let you know exactly where to do. I'll let Paul know where they are.
So how is it? Obviously, I would love to talk to you like all freaking night about this, but how is the reception in the States? The acceptance? Are they like all over it and they understand it, or?
Absolutely.
That's crazy. Because you got all these other ones, all these other bands that came out and all these other great Canadian bands, and you'd go and you'd see them in a large venue and there'd be half to next to nobody there. But that's great that you guys are getting the exposure in the States for sure.
We're very, very fortunate to be on the circuit that we're on through the presenter series of a lot of the theaters down through there.
Oh, okay.
By Knutson Productions.
Okay.
Out of California, and they, they really have a really cool understanding of the excellence that we're striving for in the show, not just the music, but
got it
in between bits,
Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, so certainly you have the backing as opposed to just doing everything yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I mean, in Canada, Steve takes care of all of our Canadian bookings and management.
Yep.
And of course, the unique thing about our band is we are kind of self-sufficient. It's almost as though we run our own label almost. We are independent in our production of CDs. We are independent in our recording, with the exception of bringing in other professionals for mastering and duplication.
Of course.
But we have all of our booking, our web design, our grant writing, our video production, our social media management. Everything is done in-house, and each of the band members kind of wears a hat or two to make sure that those particular aspects are covered. Everything from merchandising to preparing video from live performances for showcasing purposes, to social media engineering, to sourcing new ways to find grants and things like that.
That's crazy. So then, of course, you become a larger family and a very tight-knit family because you're constantly together. You're working together. You're a working family, but a relationship family that,
and of course we also, we value our space. We value
of course.
We each value the ability to go and work on other projects if that's what's coming up for each of us.
Yeah.
You know what? With such a talented bunch, there's definitely opportunity for each person to pursue lots of things.
Absolutely.
At the same time, we definitely have a lot of fun together on tour. We have something special. We've been, myself and Steve and Scott have been performing together since our college days in '98.
That was only 5 years ago. Okay, hold on. Jigs and Reels 98.5 CKWR, up all night. And Derina, we plan on doing that on July the 29th at the George Street Festival, where you will be along with the Navigators. And if anything I know about Arthur and Fred and those guys, they're definitely going to be going right through until the morning. Are you able to keep up? Will you be able to keep up with us if we come down and party to the wee hours in the morning?
Well, you know what? I will not commit to anything, but I'll say that it's an amazing lineup to be a part of. The energy is going to be pretty wild. We've got Celtic Connection that night, Derina Harvey Band. Of course, my cousin Glenn is one of the lead singers of Celtic Connection. I've always looked up to him. So to be on the same stage is absolutely amazing. Wow. And then, of course, Arthur and Freddie, the boys can go. Like, they're amazing, right? Yeah. There's nobody else like Freddie on a boron, and Arthur's hilarious. So and so talented. And so it's going to be a night to remember. And I will be performing in Labrador 2 days prior to that. So I might be, hopefully I'll get in town and everything is going to be grand. We'll have a grand time at George Street Festival. But I might fall down because I don't know at what point I'm actually going to get to go to sleep between the gigs beforehand and traveling afterwards. But if I can manage it, my darling, I will find somewhere to have a couple of pints and a few stories and a dance or two.
Well, Paul is going to be there. I will be there with Dana. Asetha Power is going to be there. Dave Fitzpatrick is talking about coming down. So you got a bunch of us already. So we're going to get like the kindergarten rope. We're all going to have a rope, and we're all going to have it, and we're going to walk through the crowd because no one loses us. So that's how we're going to do it. So you can hang on to the rope and you can join in. You can do whatever the hell you want. You're Derina Harvey. How's that?
We're gonna get a piece of ribbon and a balloon and just tie onto each one of us so we can just look at the crowd and make sure we can see each other, eh?
There you go. That is a great idea. We should do that. So Derina, thank you so much for the chat. One of these times I'm going to get you on and we're going to do a full show. I love listening to your stories. I love listening to you talking about your history, about your mom and your family and everything about you and the band. And 90 minutes just isn't enough, or the time just isn't enough. And so I want to reserve another night where it's just all you, all your music. Oh, by the way, when is that new CD expected to come out?
We are looking at it pretty hard here right now, my son. We're
Good.
looking at it very soon. It's going to be sooner than we think, but we haven't really announced it yet. But
Beauty.
as soon as I have that, I will let you know. But it's going to be soon. I'm hoping before the summer fully swings in that we'll have it out for you.
Well, you know what? When you debut it, I reserve the right to have a full 90-minute interview with you on the air, playing cuts from the new CD, from the old CD, all Derina Harvey Band night.
That would be amazing. And darling,
Deal.
I apologize because I got the gift of gab. They used to call me the Labrador Lick. I really appreciate the opportunity to chat with you and to share a bit of stories with your listeners. And I hope to chat with you again very soon. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Derina, again, much love to you. Much love to the band, your parents, everybody. We will see you on July the 29th. We'll talk, of course, before then, but we will see you in person. I'll make sure to bring the caffeine pills for you as well, okay? Derina, thank you so much. And you have yourself a great time off from performing until the next time you step on stage.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, Derina. Derina Harvey from Derina Harvey Band, live on the air. Love her. Fantastic. So looking forward to seeing her. July 29th, George Street Festival, Celtic Connection, Derina Harvey Band, and the Navigators. It is going to be amazing. Let's take a quick break. I've got one more song from them after this. Hang on. Thanks, Kim. I could freaking listen to her talk all night. Unbelievable. Yep, love it. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot, Doug. It's your birthday. I forgot. I'm bringing you some flights down for your darts, okay? They're Montreal Canadian ones. Hope you don't mind. Yes, I have not talked about the Leafs. Nope. Jigs and Reels, and we're back. And of course, we're playing nothing but the best of Newfoundland music this side of the St. Lawrence. Still ahead, we are going to be doing the New Music Festival. Selina, I want to see you at the George Street Festival. Selina, you got to come to the to Route 66 in Carbonear that day. And I'll tell you all about that very, very shortly. But first, let's play one more track. This is what actually turned me on more so to the Derina Harvey Band. This is part of my gym mix. This has got to be one heck of a song. Oh, here you go. Are you going to say about the Wayne Gretzky, Doug Gilmour? Ooh. And to be honest with you, Doug, do you honestly think that Bettman would ever let a Canadian team into the Stanley Cup final? Never. There's no revenue in it. That's all I'm going to say. Go Habs, go. All right, here we go again. I don't know what I'm playing. I have no idea what I'm going to play next. No. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Hello, Bert Bercy. Is this what you're waiting for, Bert? Oh, look at this. I got this CD in the other day, and I have not even taken it out of the wrapper. See, that's what I do. I don't. As soon as the CD comes in, and then I do it, and then I open it up, and that's the first time I open it up. It's Bob Muggeridge. I'm so. Oh, Bert. Oh, Bert. Bert, this is what you've just done. See your CD? Oh, it's in the garbage, Bert. We all can share. Next week, I'm actually interviewing Bob, who's been around for many, many, many years. And the CD is titled Songs of Influence. There's a song on here from, oh my goodness, why is his name? From Gordon Lightfoot. So we'll play that a little later on. Let's go with this track. Oh my. How many of y'all your toes are tapping? Oh, Tara. Oh. You know, Tara, on June 10th, I'm wearing my Habs t-shirt. Hope you guys don't mind. What, this one here? You and Bob are buddies, Bert? You guys should do a duet. I like Bob's voice. So many people I'm going to be meeting down in Newfoundland. I can't wait. It's the only thing I miss about not being home. I just read everything that's going on Facebook and all the bands and stuff down in Newfoundland. And all right. Hey, Bert, you gave me this CD, the Route 480. The Cossar that's written some of these songs. Is that Joe Cossar, is it? Muscles in the Corner, the dance mix? Really? Huh? It is Joe Cossar. No shit. Okay, because I'm going to be playing a Joe Cossar track in my New Music Monday. Oh, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Jigs and Rails, 98.5 CKWR. Derina Harvey Band and the Excursion Around the Bay. I bet your toes were tapping on that one. No, Lynn, the party in Dildo is not happening. However, Derina Harvey Band, as I said earlier, is going to be at the George Street Festival on July 29th. Rumor has it, July 29th at about noon, we're going to start it early. Carl Lundgren is taking care of it all. The owners of Route 66 in Carbonear and Jigs and Reels will be hosting an event that afternoon. They always do every Saturday afternoon. But Carl, Ray Johnson, rumor has it, Judy Brazel will be there. Rumor has it, Asitha Power is going to be there. Courtney Wicks, talk to Evelyn Jess, talk to Wanda Rossiter, just mentioned it to Selina Boland. What an afternoon that will be if all of them show up at a big giant mug up, big jam at Route 66 in Carbonear. And then we head over to the George Street Festival for the night. Oh, Lord. Oh, please watch over me as I finish the Route 66 and head to George Street Festival. Please. Because it's going to be an awesome time. I cannot wait. That's July 29th. However, listen to this now. You know what? No, let's just wait. I'm going to play another spot, and then we're going to come back and tell you what's happening June 10th in Brampton. Hold on.
Show your Red Day pride with Manulife in St. Mary's on Friday, June 9th. Join in for a day of fun and fundraising where you can wear red and share red to support life-saving work and improve the health and well-being of your community. Manulife will match your donation dollar for dollar, up to $200,000. That means more funding for diagnostic equipment at the hospital and better care for your family, friends, and neighbors. Register yourself or a team at redday.ca/radio.
All right, here, and we're back on Jigs and Reels. So, Freezerland, Newfoundland is having a grand opening. Jigs and Reels is a part of it. I'm happy and super excited to be a part of this grand opening event. I'll be emceeing. My buddy Matt will be DJing nothing but Newfoundland music from the collection of Jigs and Reels. Music, here we go. I said this to the behind the scenes. Are you ready? The entertainers that are going to be there are the Mighty Ship, 709er, and Luke Cox. They will be performing live at Freezerland, Newfoundland. Other guests will be TikTok famous Ed from The Rock. He is going to be there as well. They might be doing a live on their TikTok. This will be done live on Jigs and Reels, by the way, on June 10th. There will be a ribbon cutting ceremony to kick the day off from former Brampton Mayor Susan Fennell, face painting for the kids or adults, whoever else wants their face painted. The highlight of the day, of course, will be the unofficial Screech-Ins. Of course, like I said, since we're not on Newfoundland soil, it's deemed unofficial. However, we will do it all just right up, just like as if you were on George Street. There's going to be a small fee to obviously take part in this, but it's all on their website and their Facebook page. It'll get you an honorary, as a commemorative t-shirt. It'll get you a certificate and a pictures of course. Now, if you don't know what a Screech-In, it's where one becomes an honorary Newfoundlander. This is a big ceremony to take part in. That's all I got to say. You can always look it up if you need be on Google if there was only a way to search for it, Newfie Screech-Ins, but it'll be a ton of fun. And if you've never been to Newfoundland, this is like a piece of home to experience. This may also give you that urge to go and check it out there. Okay, so if you've never been to Newfoundland, come to Freezerland, Newfoundland, test it out. Trust me, you will want to go to Newfoundland this summer. All right, friendly faces, family, fun, and of course, the views in Newfoundland. It's incredible. It's not just in St. John's, it's everywhere. The outports, the towns, everywhere. So this is June 10th. It starts at noon, goes until 7:30, whenever. We're not sure yet. All right, June 10th. Mark it down on your calendar. Okay, June the 10th. That is all I'm saying. Okay, June the 10th. Okay, that's it. What do we got going on? Oh, you know what this is. You know what this means. It is time for the New Music Monday segment. And you know what? There are 7 artists that I am debuting on here tonight. And I am super excited to start this one off with Jason Martin, Eddie Eastman. We all know who he is, and Jason Martin might make an appearance at Freezerland, Newfoundland. This is the duo singing Eastbound 401. Brand new music, the New Music Monday, Jigs and Reels, 98.5 CKWR.
Morning sun, big cities no place for me. Down these countries there I wanna be. Eastbound 401, look that highway 'cause here I come. Eastbound 401. When this here song begins.
Oh yeah, Eddie. Sing it, Eddie. Wow. Yep.
Well, the neon lights called me to this land of opportunity. So I packed up all I own and I moved on.
I love the guitar work in this.
Come and gone, I don't feel the same. Yes, I've had enough of this city life. Well, you know where I'll be found. Down East Coast is where I'm bound. My old car, my 2 guitars, and my wife. I'm eastbound alive with the morning sun. This great big city's no place for me. Down these countries, there I wanna be.
All right, there's the wardrobe change. Here it is. Representing Poverty's Arse, Will Penny, Jason Howard. Woo. I love this track. Yes, for sure, Tara. We'll talk before the 10th. We'll get everything finalized. Thank you. This song sounds like it could have been done in the 70s. Jigs and Rails 98.5 CKWR. What a way to start off the New Music Monday segment with Jason Martin, Eddie Eastman, Eastbound 401. It has that 70s solid sound to it. Absolutely wonderful. Great job, Jason. And of course, he did another one with Eddie Coffey. You can find him on Facebook, Jason R. Martin. Look him up. Follow him, please. And I'm sure he's on YouTube as well. Give it a follow. Give it a like. And do what you need to do to support great Newfoundland music. Again, this is New Music Monday. I say this every week. I do not listen to the songs that come into me. They go into my inbox. I leave them there. I come into the studio. And I upload them, put them on my hard drive, my external hard drive, and that's where they stay until I press play for the very first time here. So let's continue on. So we just talked about earlier. This is crazy. Where did it go? Oh, here. So Bert Bursey is online and behind the scenes. And there's this group called Route 480. Junior Strickland, Joe Cossar. 2008 is when this album came out. But guess what we're going to listen to right now? We're going to listen to brand new music. Unheard. Never released until now. Joe Cossar. This song is called Red Rover. Right here on Jigs and Reels 98.5 CKWR. Hey, Dalton. About the, are you talking about the Newfie reunion? I definitely will. I might not have time. I will talk about that one because I got the Freezerland Newfoundland coming up. I'll be talking about that next week. I already gave a huge announcement about Freezerland. I'll do the Newfie reunion next week. Absolutely. Because, of course, we all know who's going to be there. Mighty Ship as well. So this song, Joe was telling me, was about a childhood games that they used to play. Red Rover. All right. Yeah, I could hear that from it behind it, Jeremy.
I can still hear those voices say, hey,
Jigs and Reels, 98.5 CKWR, Joe Cossar, Red Rover. What a beautiful waltz that is. This next track is from a gentleman, Brent Borland, okay? He sings in the group Full Rig Ship. This is his own track. It is his grandfather, Carl Budgell from Bishop's Falls, lifelong mandolin and brass band musician. He was one of the first who sat Brent down as a kid and taught him the mandolin. He's always been a creative soul, dabbling in all of the arts, his constant inspiration to Brent. He is now nearly 91 years young and still as active as ever. Anyway, a few years back, he wrote a poem reflecting about growing up with his friends on the banks of the Exploits River back home, and his mother saved it and sent it to Brent and began to set it to music and became a whole thing. Brent and his buddy John recorded it one snowy weekend in his studio right here in Toronto. And then with the mother, they made a music video with us looking through a photo album of pictures throughout his life. Here's the song. It's called Carl's Song. You can't get any simpler than that from Brent Borland on Jigs and Reels, 98.5 CKWR. Yes, he was. Singers for Fishermen. With Clayt Butt and a bunch of them. Oh.
All the streets of town are silent as I stroll down memory lane. The place where we all used to meet. Thoughts of
Oh, Brent.
name. We all grew up together. It don't seem so long ago. The memory doesn't fill me. The faces all aglow.
Wow.
Oh, those days were all so happy. But anxiously we'd meet. A place down by the river. The bottom of the street. As I reminisce, I question so often in my mind.
This is a toe tapper.
Life should pass so quickly. Leave some of us behind.
I like this. Yes. Wait, you read my mind there, Jeremy. You don't hear a lot of mandolin and a lot of Newfoundland songs. Steve Earle sound.
I guess we shouldn't question. It's not for us to see. The future has to offer us why it has to be. I wish that I could go back again to enjoy the pleasures life once offered when I was once a boy. All those days were all so happy, but anxiously we'd meet. A place down by the river, at the bottom of the street. I know this cannot happen, so content I have to be. Strolling in down memories lane where life was good for me.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Wow. Jigs and Reels, 98.5 CKWR. That is a great track. Brent's Carl's Song. That is a wonderful, wonderful song. And of course, it was written, like we said, from his grandfather. So that's beautiful, beautiful track. Well done. Well done, Brent Borland. So let's continue on, shall we? Again, it is New Music Monday. Never heard of this song. Never played it. And here we go. We're going to do this right now. This guy's going to be at the Freezerland, Newfoundland grand opening. Talking about Luke Cox. His album is coming out very, very, very shortly. It took him 30 years to release the last one. Let's make sure it doesn't take him 30 years to release the next one. Continuing with the Mother's Day theme like we have been. Luke Cox, Mother's Day. On Jigs and Reels New Music Monday. 98.5 CKWR.
Cards and flowers, candy kisses too, ginger snap cookies, and tea for two. Hugs and kisses, tickles and giggles on the floor. Oh, just once more, Mom. I wrapped these all in pretty paper.
What a songwriter. It is about time, Luke Cox. About time. You have a talent, my friend. Looking forward to seeing you on the 10th, my friend. It's been a long time. You were a little mistaken, were you, Dion? A little different from Eddie Eastman, Eddie Rabbit. This, of course, was recorded in the Legend studio, Mr. Dave Fitzpatrick. I'm going to come into his studio and I'm going to record a 2-minute whistling track. Not sure what I'm going to whistle to, but I'm going to whistle a track. I might do a Pierce Fancy song. Just all whistling. Whatever, Dave. Whatever. You're humble, my friend. You are extremely humble.
Somewhere watching over me this Mother's Day. I pray you will.
This is a beautiful song. And Dave, he wrote this, right?
Somewhere watching over me this Mother's Day. I pray you will. It's Mother's Day, and I pray you will.
Jigs and Reels, 98.5 CKWR, Luke Cox, brand new song. And that is Mother's Day. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful song. Way to go, Luke. Oh, man. Songs are just killer tonight on the New Music. You know what? They're killer every New Music Monday. I love this portion because I cannot. It's incredible. I absolutely love it. So, without further ado, let's continue on, shall we? Okay, this next track sent in from Cyril Engram. All right, this is a song that he did many, many years ago, but it is the first you're probably going to hear about it on here on Jigs and Reels. The track is called She's Your Mother. On Jigs and Reels, 98.5 CKWR.
Today's not just
Which link, Selina, the one to the online? Can somebody post the CKWR.com link for Selina to tune in, please and thank you? You know what, Asitha? I do too. So Cyril is part of Newfie Fever, which I'm going to be interviewing in 2 weeks, the whole band. You'd be surprised at how much music Newfie Fever actually has. Tons of music. Oh, to the photo. Ah, there we go. She's got a link to the photo. I'm not sure. I'll be your photo. Is that good? That better? I love the old-fashioned sound on this. Man, I love Cyril's sound and his voice. And I'll say this all the time. Asitha, you're a prime example of this. Judy, you are too. Kim, when you do a Newfoundland track, a country song, there is a Newfie sound to it. Like this, Cyril Engram, yes, we know he's from Newfoundland, but there is a Newfoundland element to the song that you can hear in the song. You have it, Asitha. Judy, you have it. Lucas has it. Like, it just, yeah, it's awesome.
She's the one who cared for you. She's the one you hold on to. So tell her just how much you love her too. And that you remember all she does. She's the greatest mom there ever was. She's your mother. She's the one who'll always love you. So try and take time every day to show respect in every way. And everybody knows what I'm talking about. But if you don't do it while you can, you won't when she needs you. She's your mother, she's the one who always loves you. So try and take time in every day to show respect in every way. And everybody loves.
There's just something about Cyril's voice that just hangs around. No, there is a recorded program tonight for the comic show, and they might come in, but there is something in the system tonight. I know. We enjoyed it for the 2 weeks. Jigs and Reels, 98.5, CKWR. Another Mother's Day track from my friend Cyril Engram, and She's Your Mother. It is 7:19 here on Jigs and Reels. Still got time for a couple more, and I am so excited to continue on because this guy, Josh Greenland, 19 years old, singer-songwriter from Bay Roberts, has been writing music for a little over a year now. Music has been a dream career of his, and for as long as he can remember, he's a debut single called Dear Madeline. And it's right here. It's on, of course, on all the streaming networks. This is Josh Greenland, debut single on Jigs and Reels, 98.5. CKWR. All right. I've never heard this song. Never heard this song. Do you know him, Dave?
She said she wasn't one of those younger girls. Go downtown for second time this week. She's got those baby blue eyes and that kind of smile. Catch a young man and love me, it's no surprise.
Oh!
She said she's from the outskirts of town, where people know people and they all talk around. She met a city boy just like me. She looked me in the eyes and said,
Wow!
I know people come and they go, but you're here right now, so let's make the very most. The blue in your eyes reminds me of summertime. Deep Madeline.
Josh, if you're listening to this, holy shit, dude. Wow.
She ain't like any other girl that I met. Every day I see her, that day is the best. She came up to me with my heart in her hands. She said to me she wanted to be more than friends. I know people come and they go, but you're here.
Wow.
Now, so let's make
I'm trying to think of who he sounds like.
Oh, how you're my world near that line. I know.
Passenger, Let Her Go. That's what I got in my head.
Oh, how you're my world near that line.
Oh my goodness. Jigs and Reels 98.5 CKWR. Wow. Whoa. Wow. That was incredible. Josh, Dear Madeline is the name of that song. Kind of had that Let Her Go Passengers type song, that style. For 19 and only been writing for a year or so. Wow. So here we go with another one that's going to be a killer track. Again, have not heard this, but from all the things I've seen online, this song is going to just propel this young lady to the next level. We're talking about Selina Boland. One day she will grace the stage at George Street Festival. One day. And if she ever comes westward to like this area, Selina, I will find you a place to play your music, because here is one of your songs, The Way It Goes. Brand new Selina Boland. Jigs and Reels 98.5 CKWR.
It was a familiar shore with a heavy weight, demanding more of your short time and energy until you were too weak to see what I wouldn't do to have you come back home. But that's the way it goes. And I suppose your life was on, and now it's off.
Holy shit! Wow, back-to-back killer tracks. There's a Jewel sound in this. I hear Jewel a little bit. Hello, Glenn from the Philippines, just in time. So crisp. So clean, Selina. Pharaoh's music, right, Selina? That's who did this for you, Pharaoh's? It was, isn't it? Oh, wow. Jigs and Reels. 98.5 CKWR. Oh, wow. I don't know how each week I can top what I do, but it is happening. It happens. Selina Boland, please follow her. Her music is on Spotify. It is on YouTube. Selina Boland, if you ever catch her anywhere, please go catch her live. Support this incredible up-and-coming singer-songwriter. What a beautiful song, Selina. Wonderful. Christian Johansson apparently produced this from Norway. So an international touch to this. Wow. Josh Greenland, Dear Madeline, She's Your Mother, Cyril Engram, Brent Borland, Carl's Song, Luke Cox, Mother's Day, Joe Cossar, Red Rover, Jason R. Martin, Eddie Eastman. Did all that. Incredible. I've got time for one more song. Next week, we do it all over again. Selina knocked it out of the park. Josh, first time hearing your track, knocked that one out of the park. That was a dinger, buddy. That was a dinger. Both dingers tonight. All dingers. Down center field over that wall. That's right. I applaud you all. That left me in awe. Wow. So I do have time, like I said, for one more track. This guy I'm going to be interviewing next week. He is Bob Muggeridge, and this track is called Bay of Islands, right here on Jigs and Reels, the final song here tonight. 98.5 CKWR. Of course. Come on now. Oh, there we go. Oy, oy, oy. Because it fell asleep. There we go. Off of his CD titled Songs of Influence. 98.5 CKWR. I was unbelievable. Thank you, Sandra. Yeah, I don't know how each week it gets. Selina, that was beautiful. I hope I get to meet you. There will be more music played from you, Selina. My gosh. I love the mix. I love the clarity in your voice. I love the crispness. Just yeah. It's refreshing. Let's put it that way. It's beautiful. So yes, Selina, you will get more airplay off of other songs from the show as well. Pierce, thank you. Bert, thank you guys. Much respect to you guys, all of you, for doing what you guys do. Without you, I wouldn't have this show. I look forward to meeting most of you come July 29th when I'm in Newfoundland. Dana and I, and like I said, I don't joke about this stuff. I will be bringing down a bunch of caffeine pills. And I'll try to bring my own Red Bull because I don't want to pay that sugar tax. Unless I guess it's sugar-free Red Bull, then we'll be okay. I'm looking forward to interviewing this guy next week. This will be great. Josh! Whoa, dude! You saw the comments on there, Josh. Introduce you to Dave. Dave, Josh, Dave. You guys are in the same hometown. I expect a CD from you sometime real soon, Josh. Get into that studio, buddy. And if you need any help whistling on the tracks, I can help you do that. I'm a good whistler. Dave's going to get me in to do some tracks. See, but I don't like the taste of coffee. Only when I'm in Cuba will I drink coffee. I can't do coffee here. It tastes like, ugh. It's ugh. Yeah, gross. There's a stigma, and I'll tell you all about it. From when I was younger, about how come I don't like coffee. And I'll drink espressos. That's not an issue. But coffee, bleh, gross. Ba-ba-ba. Jigs and Reels 98.5 CKWR. That is Bay of Islands from a guy that I'm going to be interviewing next Monday night, Bob Muggeridge, off of the CD titled songs of influence. Well, you know what this song means. That's right. It is time to make way for the comic show. Yes, no 2 hours tonight. So until next Monday night, when you hear Heave Away from the Fables, you know you're listening to the Jigs and Reels show, the all Newfoundland music show playing best in Newfoundland music this side of the St. Lawrence. So until next Monday night, may God bless you. May God bless that tropical island of Canada known as Newfoundland. Guys, have yourself a great week. Good night. And for you guys that are online, my friends, God bless you. You guys have a great week. Good night.